Please stand for the opening prayer and pledge.
Father in heaven, bless us as we gather today for this meeting. Guide our minds and hearts so that we will work for the good of our community. Teach us to be generous in our outlook, courageous in the face of difficulty, and wise in our decisions. Thy will be done. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to call this Hancock County Commission to order. This 19th day of May, 2016, at exactly 2:30. Please turn off all cellular devices. Thank you. Item 1, approval of the minutes. Approval of commission meeting minutes from May the 5th, 2016. Move to approve. Motion is in front of us. Any corrections, discussion of the minutes? If not, a call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Citizens' presentation. Would anyone like to address this commission today? I think Mr. Kincaid, you would step to the mic, state your name.
Good afternoon.
The floor is yours.
Jack Kincaid, Citizens Conservation Corps.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. I have a handout I'll bring up to you now. I appreciate your time today. I'm Jack Kincaid with Citizens Conservation Corps. I am the coordinator for Reaching the Summit Community Service Initiative. And what that is a very unique partnership that my organization holds with the Boy Scouts of America. As you know, in 2013, the first National Jamboree was held at the Summit Bechtel Family Scout Reserve in Fayette County. It had been previously at Fort A.P. Hill, Virginia. Among the programming for that 2013 Jamboree was a community service initiative that was headed up by my organization, our partners in the Boy Scouts of America, and various state and local organizations, as well as some federal help from AmeriCorps in CCC. We actually hosted 16 NCCC teams for that summer. We were tremendously successful. We went into 9 counties. We completed 352 projects in 5 days. We were beyond blessed for that, and all of the AARs and feedback that came back from the scouts that attended said that the community service component of their time at the Jamboree was their favorite. So we were overjoyed to hear that, and in 2017, the Scouts have asked us once again to be the clearinghouse for their community service projects, but they also asked that we expand our service area from 9 counties into all 55. That's why I'm here today. Had a great drive up, and looking forward to coming back in the future. What I would like to share with you today is our ability and our capacity to develop 1 to 3 projects for next year's Jamboree in this county. So what I would like to do is field any questions today that I can and talk a little bit about what we have to offer. In your information sheet in your packet, I have some further information on what we're capable of doing and some examples of some previous projects that we performed in 2012 and 2013. So what I would like to ask for today is the Commission's guidance on a key volunteer. My organization calls this person a county champion. That is someone that is a point person for the county, someone who's active in volunteer efforts, civic groups, fraternal organizations, churches, city and local government, someone who's in the know here and knows what's going on, that we can work on identifying and developing 1 to 3 projects, whatever suits the county, for next year. The format for that, should we choose to go on today, is that scouts would arrive in the county on the 17th of July, 2017. Not much of an interact that night, but they would bed down at a lodging site that we find for them. The next day they would get up and have breakfast. They would go on to their project site work for 6 to 8 hours, have a sack lunch at the project site, and then that evening return to the lodging site, and we would host a community interaction with them. So any of the groups that would like to volunteer with us could come and host the Scouts that night and talk a little bit about what Hancock County has to offer historically and what's going on now. Really put on a showcase for the county for either one group of Scouts, which would be 40, or two troops, which is 80. So captive audience, but a very fun and interactive time. But like I said, it's a great way to show off what's going on in the county. As you know, West Virginia, no matter which end of the state you're from, we don't always draw great and popular and beneficial media coverage. So it's a really good way to balance the books and highlight what's special and what's unique. And our overarching goal of not only Citizens Conservation Corps, but also the Scouts, is to have these Scouts return one day with their families and maybe show off what they did at some point here. So I'd like to ask for your guidance.
I have some
on that.
questions.
Yes, sir.
Are we talking about local Scouts, or are we talking about bringing Scouts in from southern West Virginia?
It would actually be across the nation, plus some of an international contingent. Very, very small minority there, but there could be some internationals as well. Now, what we like to do is, if there's a local Scout presence, which every county doesn't have, we would like to invite them to volunteer with us that day, regardless if they are going to the National Jamboree or not. We'd like to pair them with the Scouts that we would host.
How many Scouts did you say comes in normally?
We're looking at either 40, which is one troop, or 80 of two.
So they could take on a pretty good sized project.
Yes, sir. And it's our goal to work with that county champion to make those a project or three projects shovel ready by the time they're here next year. That's my coordination part.
Would that include permitting and things of that nature?
Generally, we don't get into permitting if the county would require that. If that's what keeps us in good graces, then we'll certainly pursue that. Most of the projects don't require that because they usually take place on either public lands or lands that have some kind of public purpose that might be privately held.
And this would be July of 17.
Yes, sir. So, just like to put that bug in your ear. I'll leave my contact information. It's also on that information sheet, but I'd like to work with someone to identify that key volunteer and then maybe engage some of the groups in the county to provide some meals, and then look for a lodging site. Lodging sites are very simple. We can lodge in a school gymnasium, just as long as we have enough showers and facilities.
Okay. You're a nonprofit?
Yes, sir. Yes, we're active throughout the state. We have a 12-city initiative going on right now with the YMCA. It's going to take off this summer. We're operating in several states surrounding West Virginia as well.
So the best thing we can do for you is to get you a contact name.
Yes, sir. And I will take off from there.
You'll take it from there.
Yes, sir.
Give us a
Okay.
couple weeks
Yeah.
to think about it. Yeah.
Certainly.
We can do that.
You guys have my contact information. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to call or email or any of the above. Okay?
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your
Thank you very
time.
much, Jack. I'm glad you enjoyed your ride up and enjoy your ride back.
I definitely did. This is 3 days out, so I'm looking forward to finally seeing my office again. But you have a beautiful county, and first time here, so but not the last time. So.
Good.
Where's home?
Home is Oak Hill. I currently live in Beckley, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
Excellent.
a little bit of
For
a
a
drive,
piece
but-
from here.
That's okay. I've got a brother about halfway in between, and several college friends on the way. So, got plenty of places I can stay for the evening.
Might have some family up here. There's some Kincaid's up here, right?
I keep running into that the farther north we go. Now, my clan comes from Virginia over through Gully Bridge, but if any of them are interested in family history, my dad has it going back to the 9th century. Yeah, so.
You can make it home 4 hours, you get rolling.
Oh, what's that, sir?
So you can make it home about 4 hours, you get rolling.
That's right. That's right. Well, I'm Calf Scout, so long drives and things like that. It's fine. It's fine. But thank you very much for
Thanks.
your time.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Take care. I see we have a lot of new faces in here today. Does anyone else like to address the commission today?
We have some participants from Leadership Weirton. Maybe they could come up and introduce themselves
Would
and
you like to?
let us know who they're affiliated with.
Yeah.
They're leaders. They're not shy.
Okay, my name is Marion Edgell. I'm with Hancock County Savings Bank, and I'm a participant of Leadership Weirton in 2016.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming.
My name is Scott Lockhart. I'm also Leadership Weirton from Hancock County Savings Bank and also Edison Local School District in Ohio. So thanks for having us.
My name is John Robinson. I'm employed here as a deputy sheriff for the last 11 years, and I'm here for my Leadership Weirton.
Go Pens.
Thank you.
Okay. Item 3, correspondence. No correspondence today as recorded. Item 4, new business. Approval of the general county budget for fiscal year 16-17 contingent upon certification of election results, which we will not know when that should be. George, probably, any guess? A week? Who knows? Okay.
Move to approve.
Discussion. I can comment. The one thing we have done, I've lost my notes already. Last year we gave to the media, I remember, I got it. Last year we gave the media just the cover sheet, and I remember both the people sitting in front of us here called me and had a lot of questions. So what we've done, we've changed that up. We have actually added several pages that will clarify that front cover. The terminology on the front cover we hardly ever use. Let's put it that way. And I was a little stumped last year on some of your questions because I wasn't used to the language. But we've broken that down for you, so that's there. In a nutshell, our budget in 2015-16 was $10.6 million. This year's budget, which we are attempting to pass today, will be $9.5 million. $1.1 million difference, and about 10%, I'd say a little over 10%, a decrease in our budget, attributed to, there's a lot of, we could talk probably 20, 30, 40 different line items that might went up or down, but if it only went up $2 or $3, it's really not significant. There's 3 areas in which the difference was made this year. The first one was there was a grant we received last year of $297,000. That was included in that 10.6. So there's 300. I'm just roughing these off, so don't quote me verbatim. Around 300,000. Revenue was down, and that was actually a part of the revenue. And then revenue was down in our gaming stream at around 600,000, and that included LVL play and some table games. So you had those up, and those were the revenue streams that dropped, and then our expenditures increased. Our regional jail bill has blossomed, if that's the right word to use, and it went up 300,000 or 400,000. And this is just an educated guess. We don't, we're just going on previous data, and that's going to be up $300,000 or $400,000 at least, and it could go higher. I remember years ago, Jeff, we were talking about our regional jail bill was approaching $1 million, and next year it's probably going to approach 7 or 8, Karen, somewhere in that area. So there's good news and bad news. Is that the good news is the sheriff is doing a wonderful job, and the judicial system's doing a wonderful job in keeping us safe. On the other side, financially, there's a price to pay for that. and this is included in it. So, like I say, our budget's going to be about $1 million off, $1.1 million off from last year. More good news is from that we've worked hard with our elected officials, and we went to them and explained the situation we were going to be in, and all of them came back. We met with them again for the final time today, just to go over the last minute tweaks, and we sort of stayed flat. And we had a lot of help from our elected officials. George was in today, the sheriff was in today, and even the sheriff's the largest part of the budget, was very cooperative with us, and we just explained to them where we were at, and it was a good team effort to get this budget to the point where we needed it to be. So that's sort of in a nutshell. Karen, would you like to add anything?
I think you covered all of it.
Okay. So that's where we're at. Gentlemen, you have anything to question or add? Or
No, I'd like to comment to Karen for a job well done. Mr. Vitas, big assistance, and our elected officials for keeping us within the budget. I know Karen's worked a lot of hours back and forth, and you do a fine job. And hopefully what you presented them will be of much use, and hopefully the public will know what we're going through.
And just to add that we did not cut any positions, nor did we cut services for our residents. So we did this all within professional expertise, I guess is what I'm looking at here. Well, again, teamwork between the officials, and again, we're not cutting services or we're not cutting jobs within the courthouse and the system. So, with nothing else, gentlemen, I'd like to call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Thank you. New business 2, approval of resolution recognizing and supporting the Business Development Corporation of the Northern Panhandle as the lead economic developer, and approving the pledge of $30,000 towards a grant from the West Virginia Department Office. This is the LED grant, and make it a matter of record. We brought this up last time. We need to officially pass that. Motion?
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Item 3, County Commission. Approval to advertise for an open position on the Hancock County Health Board. Applicant must be a resident of Butler or Grant District. Can't have more than 2 from any one district, and that's why we already have 2 from Clay.
Move to approve.
Motion in front of you. Discussion? Questions?
The layout of the thing, it sets your party affiliation in the district that you live in, and the current list is right here. So you can be from any party, and you must be from either Butler or Grant District. And we stay in compliance with what's set forth in the policy.
No more than 2 from any one district, or no more than 3 of any party affiliation.
Further discussion? Call for a vote. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. County Clerk, 1, requesting approval of the appointment of Zachary Stewart, a fiduciary commissioner for Hancock County, for a term of from June 1 to May 31st of 18.
Move to approve.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Item C, Prosecuting Attorney's Office, requesting approval of receipt and custodial agreement from Federal Home Loan Bank on behalf of Hancock County Savings Bank.
Move to approve.
Discussion? Debate? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 3-0. Item 5, miscellaneous. Approval of exoneration orders. There's 3. Accept the motion.
So moved.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. General county bills, Karen.
General county bills are $47,960.26. Pay card payments were $30,340.27.
Move to approve.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Animal shelter levy fund bills requisitions.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Discussion. Excuse me. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Fire allocation bills requisitions.
They're okay to pay.
Move to approve.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Library levy funds bills requisitions.
They're okay to pay as well.
Move to approve.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Karen, anything else?
That's it.
Nothing? Okay. Thank you. Counselor?
Nothing today.
Sheriff?
Just put it on record, when you were talking about the cooperation from the sheriff's office, Mr. Vitus rolled his eyes.
Duly noted. Did we get that on camera?
I'll do it again if I have to.
Ms. Carroll?
Just very quickly, things are moving along very well. Energy Express, we have our staff is hired. We're taking our applications from the youth now. So things are going very well there. Camps, we're already starting to receive applications for there. And I wanted today just basically to introduce my one of my WVU student interns this summer, Daniel Mayfield. Daniel is here with us this week and part of next week, and then he's leaving me for 3 weeks.
Okay.
So I wanted him to introduce himself and tell you why he's leaving me.
All right.
Well, I'm Daniel Mayfield. I live in Weirton, and I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks because leaving on the 29th, I am going to Vietnam and Cambodia for 2 weeks.
Oh.
I'm going on a trip with 4-H that's going with part of WVU's Social Sciences College, and they're doing it as a cultural exposure, and we're just trying to, get rid of some of the stereotypes that people have. And then I'm going to come back, and then the next week I'm going to a state 4-H camp. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to have a presentation, and part of my commitment is I have to talk to at least 1,500 people over the next year about my trip. So I'm very excited about going.
Very good. Yes. Ms. Carroll, I think this is an excused absence.
I am calling it an excused absence. Yes.
You're just jealous. I can
Semi-
see it.
Yes, semi-jealous, I must admit. And then Daniel will be going to WVU in the fall, going to be an engineering student there. So we're very excited for him and happy for him. And he's been a great 4-H member for many years. So I was really excited whenever he got to be a part of the Vietnam trip. So when we talked about him working in the summer, he said, Carol, I need this time off. I said, yeah, I think we can work around that, Daniel. That's okay. So otherwise, I think Shelley had told you I was very excited to be with one of my colleagues. We went down to a national conference in D.C. in April called the Joint Council of Extension Professionals, where we were able to put on a workshop about including individuals with cognitive and physical disabilities into our extension programs. And then we spent a day on Capitol Hill meeting with some of our senators and legislators. So it was really great to be able to be a part of that opportunity and represent WVU there. And so we are doing very well, and I'm continue to be very excited and very grateful for the partnership. So thank you.
Robert?
In case you're wondering where the OEM office are and 911 offices are, today is move-in day.
On Tuesday, we did actually move the OEM office up Monday, and on Tuesday we performed a FEMA dry run drill there, and everything went fine. 911 dispatchers are in the process of moving right now. Hopefully by the end of today, dispatching will be taking place from the new building.
Good. I'm writing notes on what I'm going to say. I want you to stall a little bit.
I can continue to tell you about all the issues we're having with that. We're just resolving them as they come up.
All right. And you do a good job. Thank you. Mr. George?
Nothing today.
Nothing today.
Nothing.
Heard we had an election.
Yeah.
Everyone okay?
It went well. We had a big turnout.
Good.
Everyone did a good job. The poll workers, the staff, everyone pitched in. And no major problem.
Good. Good. Just pay them compliments. That's you got to do that.
Yeah, I tell you what, it wasn't the them when it got done. So they did a good job.
And we're expecting a big turnout in November. I think there's going to be. Yeah.
I remember that when I turned the gold in.
Mr. Barnaby.
Just a couple of things I was going to compliment the voters, the voting workers for a job well done. They would like everybody to make a note that there was 280 some delegates on a Republican ballot that had to be done one at a time, I believe. So that's why the process was a little slow that night coming through. It's all hand printed. Law Enforcement Week. Sheriff Fletcher, thanks for the fine job you do. Pass it on to your department. And that goes for all our local states, patrolmen, county deputies, and city police that do a fine job patrolling this county. And there is a 2-part concert coming up at Thomas and Run. That's the Richard Hoffman Musical Endowment thing. Their first concert series. It's 3 or 4 bands. I believe there'll be a 50-50 raffle. It's June 4th from 4 to 7 at Thomas and Run State Park. Someone say that. And the other thing is we do have some board positions open. A lot of times we take heat of the people that are appointed and put on and stuff. Well, we've advertised for an Oakland PSD and Parks and Rec Board, and as of right now we have no applicants for either one. So sometimes it gets to the point where we try to go out and actively recruit somebody. They have up till May 27th to sign, and that would be much welcome so that we don't have to get our feet stuck underneath the graves. And we have one up today for a Hancock Health Board member. So they're out there. They're on the website. The details are there. If you sign, at least we can have a shot at appointing you. If not, we have to do what we do best. So, and that's it.
I'd just like to again thank the Leadership Weirton Group for participating in the program. I'm sure that throughout the year you've been able to meet a lot of nice friends and participate in the events throughout the county and even the state. But thank you for showing up today and taking time out of your busy schedules.
I spoke a lot earlier on the budget. Just because we're $1 million down from last year, this is not the end of the world as we know it. It's not an end to Hancock County as we know it. A lot of things are cyclical in nature, up and down, steel up and down, gaming. And Hancock County is not going to die from this. We continue to move forward. It's our jobs, it's the county's job, government job, private sector job, business job side of Hancock County to make Hancock County as attractive as we can to the world. We just spent $30,000 to the BDC on economic growth and development opportunities. Mr. Ford, the director, is going to Japan. It was in the paper yesterday, day before, for the second trip. So we have to take Hancock County global. And again, we didn't lay anyone off. We didn't cut any services. We just trimmed what little fat we have back a little bit. So we're nice and lean now and nice and mean. So again, it's not, this isn't doom and gloom. This is just part of the process, and we'll get over it. I still say that the future of the county lies in its property. In the north, there's roughly 1,500 acres that can be developed. We're looking at water projects up there as we speak to address some of those needs up there. And there's a lot of growth even in the southern part of the county with the excess Weirton Steel property. So again, I just wanted to end on a positive note. I know the headlines don't have to be, Hancock County withering away or whatever, because we're not. We're not going anywhere. And we will resolve this. So with that, we have to recess today because by code, by statute, we have to set the levy rates, and we need to do that, Karen, on the 31st, right?
Yes.
May 31st. Courthouse is closed on that Monday, so this is Tuesday, May the 31st. Gentlemen, if we decide on a time on that, look at me in the morning.
8:30 a.m.
8:30 a.m. So we are going to go into recess until Tuesday, May the 31st. And then at that time, the next meeting will be the regularly scheduled meeting, which will be that Thursday at 2 o'clock. Or at 2:30, I'm sorry. June 2nd at 2:30.
Commissioner, you were, I'm sitting here trying to go through my emails. You mentioned Pat Ford.
Mm-hmm.
He had a date lined up, did he not, for the groundbreaking of the property in Newell? Did you gentlemen receive that email yesterday?
Yes, 30.
The groundbreaking on the TS&T property?
Yes.
Was it, I thought it was
June 9th?
9th.
June 9th.
I'm almost positive
Yeah, I
it's
think
June
that's
the
what it
9th.
was, June 9th.
Okay, yeah. And again, it fit into what my editorial was, that, we're going to continue to grow, and, that property we bought several years ago is now starting to, the seeds we planted are starting to grow. Going to Japan, maybe bring back business there. So, yeah, but that is June. I don't have a time on that.
No time yet.
June the 9th.
There's one other thing we had talked earlier, and if it pans out with this next two meetings, due to the fact that I'm not going to be here June 16th, both commissioners are willing to move our regular meeting, second meeting in June, to June 23rd, the following Thursday. There is 5 Thursdays in June, so at some point there would be a 3-week miss, and they're willing to accommodate me if everything goes well by what we have to take care of May 31st. If that's all done, and then on June 2nd we'll let you know for sure if that meeting is moved. And you're holding your fingers like... Okay. Then that's fine. That's fine. So... Right. So I know we're a little
What
bit
is this
behind.
today? He's
it
rolling
was
his
our
eyes.
turn.
You're making gestures with your hands.
My last budget revision for this fiscal year is due by the 16th, so I wanted to, I'm sorry, I don't have my calendar. That would be the Friday after the meeting. Wanted to reschedule, so I may need 2 of you to come in just to have the revision. I mean, I could do it on the 2nd, but give me a couple more weeks to be more accurate in the numbers, so we can discuss it.
Yeah, June's good with me. Okay. Anything else, gentlemen? All right, we move to recess.
So moved.